With a weapon.
Mechanical advantage.
All right, guys. Let's as we alluded to earlier when we were talking about you guys and what started everything, your connection with Golden Boy, and the fight that everybody wants. And we all know what it is. It's Triple G versus Canelo. You two, Fred and Nacho, you guys have a standing $1,000 bet. You're on the Triple G side. You're obviously on the Canelo side. Talk to us about why that fight has not been made yet and what's actually holding it up. Your thoughts, your opinion on why hasn't it been
Golden
made?
Boy's best friend. Well, you see Golden Boy all over.
You see Golden Boy everywhere. Nah, I just think Canelo is a cash cow right now, and he sets the rules. Just like how Mayweather did it, how Pacquiao did it. Now it's his time. You know, I know it shouldn't be that way, but now it's business, and business is business. You know, and I for what I heard, the $10 million and the 158, they didn't sign it, which I think it was fair. You know, Canelo goes up, he goes down a little bit, meet halfway, make it happen.
He doesn't like it.
That's stupid. Like, you're fighting for the 160-pound belt. He's not the champion. If Floyd was the champion, well, when he fought Cotto, but when Floyd, but Floyd is the champion.
Okay.
Canelo is not. He's not really a champion. I was Andrade's belt. They found a way to strip Andrade and give it to Liam Smith, and it probably was in the cards along. Because even the WBO champion, I forget the guy's name, he said, "We're excited in the press con. We're excited to have Canelo Alvarez as our champion." He didn't even say like he's fighting for the champion as like our champion. So
he already knew.
Yeah, he already knew the result.
He already knew the result.
I think that 160. He knows he can't make 154 anymore. I believe because if you get naked before you get on, you shave your whole body. You get naked before you get on.
Almost a lot of fighters though.
Yeah, but it looked kind of conspicuous.
Why judging Canelo now?
No, I'm not judging Canelo, but it looked conspicuous like he can't make 54.
Okay, tell me why Golovkin will go down to 154.
He shouldn't have to.
Fight,
He's a unified champion.
Mayweather. But not to fight Canelo.
Because Mayweather, they're not even the same strategy.
But we're not respecting the 160 division anymore.
Fred, you said Canelo is not a champion. Whoever put 50,000 people in the stands is a champion.
Yeah, to the people, he's a people's champion. Absolutely. And anything across that Mexican border, he can get 50,000 people. Anything. If it's Texas, New Mexico,
Tijuana,
TJ, if they can get a fight sanction there, he can sell out Azteca. He could get 100,000 people in Azteca.
I'll be honest with you. I honestly think Canelo sells out the StubHub, and I'm not talking about the little tennis court. I'm talking about the soccer field that Oscar fight courts, and he'll sell that out.
He'll sell the tennis court in the sparring session.
Yeah,
he would. Now, facts are the facts. Canelo got 51,000 people. It should be a minimum 60-40 split. But you can't go minimum 60-40.
I said 70-30.
No, I said minimum 60-40.
Come on, Triple, you can't even fill up the.
No, I'm saying like minimum, so maybe 65-30. I don't know what it'd be, but you can't tell a guy who is the B side, but is the fight everyone wants to see. I'm only gonna give you $10 million. Like I was equating it to like a millionaire telling you to jump off a building. If you survive, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Like it doesn't make.
How much is he gonna make with Jacobs?
Maybe a couple million, 2 million.
Probably about 2-3 million.
He's giving him like 5 times more than that.
But it's not the same though. It's not the same. At least give him 50 cents per pay-per-view.
Example. You're a fighter, and you sure you can beat someone, and they're talking like, okay, that makes sense. Will you go down and just like to just his mouth like fuck it, I can beat him in 160, I can beat him in 154.
Depends on where I'm at in my career. But he's the
He's
unified.
already old. He needs to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. He's 35, 36. So he has like maybe 3 or 4 more fights where he's at his prime. But
And Canelo can just sit there and wait.
I think
you can't. He's spiking them by giving him $10 million at one.
Really sick and tired of giving away so much. I think there was a time when he was not even champion that he was going to fight for a title. I forget whom, but he was going to fight for a title and take $0. This was already said. His promoter Tom Loeffler said that they were going to take $0 just to get a title. I think. Well, no. And when I say zero, maybe I'm talking about a few $1,000s, not a whole lot of money. I just think Gennady Golovkin's just sick and tired of being told that he's got to do this, he's got to do that in order to prove himself. If you're going to fight the champion at 160 pounds, the fight needs to be at 160. I'm tired of the catch weight. I'm tired of it. You know?
Give the fans what they want. Give the fight at 160. Make the fight. Give him a percentage. Give him a $10 million guarantee, $15 million guarantee.
I mean,
$10 million advance, and you make whatever you want on the back end.
If Canelo's so confident that he can beat Gennady Golovkin, then take it at 160.
I think he's just confident of he's capable to make more money than Golovkin. Mm-hmm. Like he can generate more money right now.
For sure, he put 51,000 people in the Dallas, Texas.
So I think that's the whole issue. Like
Texas.
When he said Golovkin was willing to take no money because he wanted to make his name bigger. You know, it was like an invest for him. Because he didn't have no followers. Canelo doesn't need to do that.
But if that fight is signed, we get 90,000 people, and you get LA media flying in, you get everyone else flying. That is the biggest fight.
Yeah, it is a big fight.
So did we wait for Pacquiao and Mayweather?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
And
The thing is, should we wait for that fight though?
No. This is the thing. If Canelo fights Golovkin next year and wins, people will be like, "Oh, you should have fought him last year."
Yeah,
I mean, he was sold.
it's always gonna be something.
He's not gonna.
That's true.
He's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not
And
gonna
let me,
please everybody.
and let me tell you now, if he doesn't fight him, a lot of people is gonna talk shit. But they already did. What else? I mean, they already. No, he's done.
He really don't have anyone on his resume. Like really.
Who does Golovkin have?
Okay.
I agree 100% with that. I agree. Golovkin doesn't have any, but how he beats people makes me believe that he can destroy Canelo.
What's the name of the fighter? The guy.
Martin?
No, the one he knocked
Kilbrook?
No, the before.
Before Kilbrook, Willie Monroe?
William Monroe?
Oh, before Rosado?
No.
Black guy at the forum.
Yeah.
Dominic Wade.
That's your
Dominic
answer right
Wade.
there. Dominic Wade. But I agree with all them chumps. I mean, he's fought a lot of chumps.
The only good fighter that he has fought is Cole Brooks, and he's at 147.
Curtis Stevens is tough. Curtis Stevens is
Oh my
decent.
God, really?
Curtis Stevens is
He was
decent.
decent. He's decent.
He's decent, but
He's a good D-level fighter. He beat David Lemieux.
Let's go.
David
Let's
Lemieux was
go.
one.
Hold on.
David Lemieux.
Hold on. Let's call a spade a spade.
Oh yeah.
Let's call
yeah.
a spade a spade here. Let's call a spade a spade here. They were trying to give Canelo the Rosado fight in December while Triple G beat him 3 years ago. So let's call a spade here. Come on,
No,
guys.
but that was a fight for Mexican fans. I mean, he was gonna.
It was
fight
gonna be in
Mexico.
December. It
I
was
thought
gonna be
it
free,
was
open
gonna be
TV.
free. So I mean,
But still, if you're gonna give Canelo
You know
credit
what
in
though?
December for that, you gotta do
Canelo
it.
has the better resume, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he does. He's
But
fucking-
when you look at his fights, like Fred mentioned, he can easily have 3 losses. At the fight against Lara, I thought he lost.
I believe he lost against Lara.
Trout, I thought it more like a draw.
He's a younger.
Yeah, I think he won.
But it's a fight. It's a fight that he could have
You
easily
can't-
lost
you
as well.
can't
If
say
they
he
didn't
lost
have that name recognition.
now you can say he lost
Could've gone to
against
Trout.
because Trout, he knew in his face when he was going out in the last round that he was done. He
He
knew
missed a lot of punches. in that
Yeah.
fight. Well,
But to me, Lara, I honestly think he did lose to Lara.
but how
That
old
to
was
me-
Canelo at that time? He doesn't get credit for that either.
Well,
No, he was
he's been
24.
8-year pro. So he's an 8-year pro by
23,
then.
24.
He started at
Yeah,
16, right? 15, 16, 8-year pro.
Fighting Lara with Golovkin being dodging for the last couple years.
No, I mean I give him credit for fighting Lara, fighting Trout, but like you said, a spade is a spade.
spade is
So
a spade.
the
Gonna give
performance that he had to me was a loss.
I don't think Canelo's afraid of anyone.
No, I don't think he is.
100%. I've interviewed him. It's tough for me to interview him because of the language barrier, but just his body language. You know what I mean? Like, I have no doubt in my head Canelo will love to fight Triple G. But
and believe he's tired.
De La Hoya doesn't want to fight Triple G. I mean, that's what I believe, And De La Hoya knows until he gets another fighter, maybe a Jojo Diaz, right? Guy like him, maybe he might be next, something like that. Until that happens, I don't think that fight happens. But I mean,
He's 26. He's still got 4 more years in boxing.
And why risking him right now when he's giving you all the money?
Let me ask you this: everybody wants this fight in 2017. Does it happen in 2017?
I think
Yes or
it
no?
will.
I think it will September.
September.
All right, let me.
Confident that Canelo takes a decision, knockout.
No, I think you know what? I think he's gonna stop him.
who's gonna stop?
You
him?
know how I
He
see
says
this
Canelo
fight?
gonna stop Triple G.
How?
This is how I see that fight. Angulo Canelo.
Hell no. And Google has way less
Okay, that's
talent.
just me, that's why-
and Google just lost to a cab driver.
That's why we got
That was
$1,000 bucks.
Guerrero. That was actually Guerrero.
Oh no, but the other guy was. Peralta was a cab driver.
It was a cab driver's
from
passenger.
Colombia. He was a cab driver from Colombia.
Argentina.
Okay.
Argentina.
That's
yeah,
how
he
I
was
see
from
it.
South America.
To me, Golovkin doesn't have no head movement.
Oh,
He
is that-
doesn't need it.
No.
Triple G. I mean,
I just want to see all those
Canelo don't have
countering.
foot movement.
But what about the counters?
Yeah, but he does have a good counter. He does
He
have
has
a good.
great counters.
He has great lateral movement.
But if you get hit, you can't counter.
That's why you guys have.
That's why we're betting on
That's why
How many people have you seen get knocked out throwing a counter? It happens every day in boxing. Sparring.
You get hurt.
It's over. The fight is over. You throwing like they say, you don't hook with a hooker. You like Triple G gonna.
Remember what
$1,000
Hey, Canelo tried to counter Mayweather. You can't counter the best counter.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It didn't work. So I don't know what Golovkin is gonna do.
Golovkin's just gonna beat the shit out of him. He's gonna wear him
Because Canelo
down.
loves to be on the ropes and
He
counter
does.
people.
And that's gonna be his
Once he
weakness.
feels that power, I don't think he's gonna be.
That's
able to
what I'm
stand in the way of that.
saying.
He's
And
gonna use his.
And Canelo really is not really the lion in the ring.
Canelo
Like,
knows how
he's
to-
grown into being like who he is. Like, he's not really like the walk forward. I'm gonna mow you down.
But
and,
he
like,
moves his
destroy-
head. He moves his head.
He's gotten so much better.
And Canelo's faster. He has
Yeah.
the faster hand
Yeah.
speed. Canelo does have the faster
But
hand
his,
speed.
but his punches are straighter. Triple
he's-
G's punches are straighter.
And he's heavier than Brooks.
And he's probably heavier than Triple G.
punched
too.
harder than Brooks.
And he's probably heavier than Triple G too.
Yeah, all that's say he probably will be heavier than Triple G, but he gonna be
Golovkin fighting Jacobs. I like Jacobs.
to win that fight.
Not to win, but to give a good fight. And I think it's gonna be a close fight.
It's not gonna be a close fight.
I honestly think it goes more than 6-7 rounds.
It doesn't have to go 6-7. You getting your ass beat every
Because
round.
Golovkin hasn't really fought a 160 fighter.
He's a dangerous
Jacobs
fight.
is a
Yes.
good boxer as well.
All right. Let's go to what I said and the way you reacted.
Okay.
Do you really think Jacobs Triple G is gonna be like Kovalev Pascal 2, where Kovalev was just teasing him, even though he could have killed him at any moment in time?
because
Ooh.
Because
You know
that's
what
how it
gives
was.
me-
That's how it was. Because that's how you're reacting. Like you're reacting something
you know
like
what
that.
gives me confirmation in that fight when Rosado, Andre Berto, Kovalev, I always mispronounce the cruiserweight, soon to be cruiserweight champion of the world. The Russian. I forget the kid's name. You know his name. He knocked him out.
Murat?
Knocked him down with a couple body shots. When we have validation of the menace that Triple G causes in the ring, we don't have validation of Canelo just destroying people in the ring. It doesn't go down like that, because in order for Canelo to win, he has to land a counter shot. Triple G's punches are literally straight down the pipe. Like he's going straight down the freeway. It ain't no alternate routes.
But I think he has got more experience by fighting Lara, Trout, and all those guys.
But he's not
Because
fighting a
he has-
Lara or Trout.
Because he has given more experience.
But all Canelo had to do was catch Lara. Nothing was coming back in return, because Lara was always fighting off his back foot. You know what I mean? Something's coming in return. Like you got a gun, I got a gun too. Like, except yours is a 22, mine is a 9mm. That's what Triple G's saying.
Yeah, but if I can dodge your bullets, I'll get you.
Yeah, but that's gonna be almost you're gonna take them red and blue pills. But I mean, I just think that fight is just gonna be. I really can't wait for that fight, because I get to work out here for
I
a
just
year.
think
for free.
Golovkin Jacobs though. That's a fight
That is
that
a good fight, though.
honestly,
That is gonna be a good fight.
I don't think it's 100% in the bag for
Remember
Gennady.
what
I
happened
think
to
Jacobs.
No, it's not.
With
No, it's
Jacobs.
Yeah, and you
Every-
think
Move in the ring as well. He has long range, good boxing.
If he gets clipped though, then you know.
I mean, any
He's
fight.
gonna get hit though. Like,
no, but you know what I mean. Like, really,
There's only one Floyd Mayweather.
We're not saying that he's gonna. But I
The
say
younger
he can go
Andre
to the distance.
Ward.
Yeah.
Those don't exist anymore. Those guys don't exist. The guys that don't get hit. Shane Mosley maybe.
he thinks Jacobs Golovkin's gonna go the distance. He's got a distance fight.
you got a distance fight, Golovkin
12 rounds.
versus Jacobs. He says it goes distance 12.
How?
I don't see it going 12, but I do see him
You
lasting
get
longer
tired
than
of getting hit
anybody.
on the shoulder. Like, you get tired of getting hit.
Let's just see how Golovkin reacts to a real 160
Yeah.
puncher.
No.
With the name
David
and
Lemieux's a real
experience.
160
Yeah, with
guy.
the name.
Yeah, but David Lemieux had his flaws, and we all knew it. David
Everyone
Lemieux-
has flaws though.
Yeah, but Jacobs, the only flaw we really saw was when he was younger and he was going through what he was going
You
through.
think
Right now,
that-
Jacobs actually looks
Yeah.
much better than he
You
did
think
4 or 5 years
Jacobs
ago.
can box
I think
like,
it's
like,
just-
like Brooks.
Jacobs
think
has
so?
that athletic
You think they have the
ability.
same experience?
No.
as a boxer?
No,
Different.
no, I think Jacobs
I
has
think
more
Brooks is a
experience
little
than
bit more
Brooks.
athletic. A little bit
He
more
got more
athletic.
He has
Jacobs
more
is more
experience
that-
than Brooks.
And look how Brooks putting sense on Golovkin.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so,
No, you're
so
gonna-
you gotta give him a
You don't
chance.
understand Golovkin's side. You're gonna hit Golovkin. You don't. He doesn't care.
Imagine 160. Well, he doesn't care because it's 147.
I agree with that, but even 160 guy, he allows him hit. And I know what you're gonna say. They're C-level fighters.
No, not even C-level. I'm gonna say they're pity pat fighters because even he said it. Wade and Monroe.
They're bums.
Monroe.
No, they couldn't hit. They had no power.
In comparison.
Monroe can't even knock out Rosado.
He didn't want to though. He just wanted to win the fight.
All right.
He didn't want to fight.
Because he knew the winner getting Canelo. If you know you're getting a $3 million payday,
Knock him out. Get him out of there.
I'm glad you guys brought that up. But before we go into the next thing, that's what a $1,000 bet looks like. That's what a $1,000 bet looks like. You see how they're arguing back and forth? That's how that looks like. Me and him have $100, but still, I don't argue it. But since you guys mentioned Willie and the whole situation, I want to read something that Willie put out today on his Instagram.
oh yeah, I heard that.
The contract to the Canelo fight in December was signed. He was injured, so December is clearly a no-go. That doesn't mean the fight shouldn't happen. If he is a fearless champion, like he said he is, then it would be nothing for him to tell Golden Boy to keep their word and make that fight happen. Great fighters don't make excuses. His trainers already said they would never fight me because of my style. I would be considered a coward if I would say I didn't want to fight Canelo because of his style. What are your thoughts on what Willie is saying?
Who is he?
Willie Monroe.
Exactly.
Exactly. Why are we even discussing Willie Monroe?
Because
He had one chance, and Ray, what's the guy's name? Ray Neese? What's the guy's referee's name? Jay
Jack
Nady?
Reese, Jack
Whatever.
Nady.
Looked him square in the eye. I'm sitting in the third row.
Oh,
Said, you want to continue? He tried to pretend he didn't say no. He said,
He said no.
He said no. Man, he's done. He is going to be a great guy, a great gatekeeper. He's a good
He
guy.
wants a paycheck and that's it.
He's God-fearing. We
If he fights
respect.
Canelo, he's gonna go to sleep.
He's going to go to sleep. Exactly. He's going to go to sleep. Night, night. He's going to Kevin Hart that
You don't
motherfucker.
see how he was fighting.
You know, Willie Monroe could, if he was more active and willing to step on his punches, and step on the gas, he can actually give most fighters at 160 a good fight, but he doesn't.
But you
He
know,
doesn't want to. He
fighters-
doesn't have that mentality.
Fighters at that level.
He would be like Lara Light. He'd be a light Lara. If he had more movement and more activity.
Laura can, but Laura is special though, man. Laura is.
Because if he pays a guy, if he pays a guys at that level, they're just gonna walk him down.
He's literally he's gonna walk him down, and it's gonna be over.
That's it, yeah.
Just think if Amir Khan got caught, and Amir Khan has great has no chin, but has a great boxing skill. How the fuck can Willie Monroe sustain that pressure with nothing coming back?
And I don't think it's a good fight for Canelo. I mean,
It's not a good fight for Canelo. It's not at all.
But then okay. If
Fight
it's not-
Andrade if you
But
go
if it's
fight
not a good
somebody.
fight, if it's not a good fight, and it was gonna go on regular HBO, if Rosado would have won, he would have gotten that fight. So why are we not giving Willie a chance since he beat Rosado?
Because his name is Willie.
Okay, I get
That's
it.
why. That's it.
He's got a sissy name. I guess.
Yeah, because his name is Willie. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you no perfect boxing. That he don't deserve the fight. Rosado didn't deserve the fight. Now it's time for Canelo. Got to make his run. A- and A+ fighters. You make your run. Whether you get him at 38, 35, 30, you go through the gamut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not time for
If you
these
want to take
C-level.
over the 160, just beat them all.
All right, there we go. Then.
Yeah.
You said it right there.
Yeah.
Next fight, obviously, more than likely, will be 160. We had this discussion about 2 weeks ago. Who should his ideal opponent be? His first opponent at 160. I say David Lemieux.
I say Lemieux before to prepare for
Triple G. Yes.
Yeah.
it's a Lemieux. Lemieux.
But
Why-
it would be nice for him to beat Sanders to get
What-
that
yeah,
belt
I think it
too.
makes sense for Sanders.
Saunders.
Saunders, yeah. Just as far as
more
for
interesting.
business, because they all have the WBO title.
Have all the belts now.
Well, he's about to become irrelevant because he always making noise after he signs the fight with the fight on. So like he's gonna become Mr. He's gonna be like the last pick in the NFL draft, Mr. Irrelevant, because I mean he has to get in the ring and fight. You know, he's saying he's calling out all these guys when in actuality he just wants to remain relevant. I personally believe because there's so many fights that he could actually fight. He could have been on the undercard in front of 50,000
He
people.
could have fought Rosado. He didn't want it. He didn't sign it. Yeah,
He
exactly.
didn't want to take the chance. He didn't take the chance.
How do you not want to take a chance against a guy
With
who's
Rosado.
shown? Yeah, we was after Nick Arce was on that card. The guy he lost that fight, Rosado. I thought he lost. You know, so I
I mean,
mean,
if you don't take that one, you're not gonna take
yeah,
it.
if you don't fight Rosado, if you don't
just-
fight an actor, you're definitely not gonna fight a boxer, right?
Right?
Yeah, he came out in that crease.
How did you not fight that guy?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And you get $500,000, you know.
He turned down what, $4 million against
4.
Gennady?
Yeah, it's weird. It's just
Turned
weird.
down
How do you-
$4 million against Gennady. That's insane. Saunders.